Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
You're manifesting a specific person, you're manifesting money. You want to know so bad what's going on behind the scenes. You can't even see what's going on. Of course you're not going to see what's going on. Unless in some situations, you may be able to see the bridges of events. I'm about to explain to you in this video what's going on in the background so you can calm down. Hi, I'm Cindy and I'm a mindset and relationship coach that helps women and men how to change their mindset when it comes to relationships. Now, first things first, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Do offer one-on-one coaching. My Calendly link is in the description. My Sexy Mindset Makeover Academy is in the description as well. If you would like to manifest wealth, manifest health, manifest your specific person, and manifest a better self-concept so you can get the love life that you've always wanted, and we shall begin. So I like giving examples because this is the best way to explain how movement works. You don't know everything that's going on. You just kind of have to keep going on with your robotic affirmations when you're doing this whole process and persisting. I am actually a nurse, okay? And if anybody that's watching this video that is a nurse understands that admissions suck. Nobody wants to do all that paperwork. Nobody wants to do all that computer work. It's a lot of work. That's unnecessary, right? So anyway, I don't like dealing with them. What I would do, and you guys can judge me for this, doesn't really matter. I would manifest me not having admissions. I like never would get them, like ever, because my affirmation was, I'm always at the right place at the right time. I'm always at the right place at the right time. I'm always at the right place at the right time. And not only did I use this affirmation for admissions, I would also use this affirmation so I didn't have to deal with falls at work. Because come on now, what nurse wants to deal with a patient falling and having to do all that paperwork, calling a doctor, calling a family? You get it. So I would always use this affirmation, okay? One week when I was working, I was doing 88 hours that week. I used to work my ass off, by the way. And I was doing 88 hours that week. I knew there was gonna be an admission at least coming on my set, okay? Because I worked the same set every single day. So I used my robotic affirmations and I barely did it around this time. And ironically, I had 4 admissions come on my set that week. But guess what? When they were coming, I was getting off of work, the next nurse had to deal with it, or the next day an admission was supposed to come, they never came, or all the times that they would come, I just wasn't there. What are the odds that I worked 88 hours that week and I didn't get an admission? That should prove to you that time does not exist, for one. And number 2, circumstances do not fucking matter, because anybody with our logical minds would be like, okay, yeah, you're definitely gonna have an admission because you're working all these hours, so you're gonna have to deal with one. 99%, you for sure you are. Because I kept persisting in my affirmation and I was not accepting 3D because I was working a lot of hours and I was exhausted and I just did not want to put more work on myself. You can have whatever the fuck you want, by the way. I'm not judging. I don't care what you guys manifest. You can manifest a third party away. I don't care what you do because this is your reality. So I didn't want to deal with that. And I knew because I'm God, I don't have to deal with that. So anyway, I didn't have to deal with one admission, like not one that week. I just kept persisting and persisting and they never showed up. And I didn't do it all day. I only did it like one time a day for like 20 minutes. And then that kind of just did the work for me. It's really crazy how all this happens. You know how many things had to occur in the background for me to miss my admissions? That means that I had to perfectly get off work at a certain time. I had to pick up shifts at the right time. You get it. So that should just prove to you that there's nothing outside of you. You're the one in control doing everything. Now I'm gonna give you another example. So there was another admission, and this was at a facility that I'm not staffed at because I was doing agency around this time. So I was going to different facilities. I wasn't actually staffed at that same facility. And I was thinking like, would it work for any other facility, even though I'm not staffed there? Well, yeah, that's my logical mind trying to make sense of this, right? Trying to be like, okay, well, what if that was just a coincidence? Because it's gonna show up as if these things were going to happen anyway. It never shows up in a way that isn't logical, I swear. And even that's a limiting belief. I literally had 2 admissions coming on my set at this facility that's really difficult, and I hated going to this facility. The nurse was like, yeah, you're about to get 2 admissions. They're coming on this, they're coming in this room, they're coming in that room. I wasn't accepting it. I didn't emotionally react. I just said, okay, 2 admissions. I said, psh, I know what to do. I'm always at the right place at the right time. I'm always at the right place at the right time. I'm always at the right place at the right time. Just kept doing this. I did it 2 times for 20 minutes. And while I'm doing my robotic affirmations, the nurse manager comes up to me. She's like, guess what? You don't have to do any paperwork. You don't have to give the patient any medication. It's already done for you. He had everything for him. And I'm like, so all I was dealing with was just a patient in the room. I didn't have to do any paperwork, nothing, literally nothing. And guess what? The other patient that was supposed to come in, they never showed up. And it's so funny, me and her had a conversation. I'm telling her about manifestation, how I got rid of that. And she's like, wow, crazy I met you because I've been trying to figure out manifestation these past couple weeks. So we're all connected. What are the odds that I tell her what I just did? And she's ironically reading books about manifestation during this time. She had a question in her mind. The question was, how can I manifest faster? And I was her answer. I taught her about robotic affirmations and how to speed up her manifestations. You know how many things had to occur for that to happen? It means I had to pick up a shift at a perfect time. She had to be there. Everything had to align perfectly. What was going on in the background when I did these robotic affirmations? One of the nurses was actually doing all the paperwork, putting everything in the system to where I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to lift a finger. I just had to go into my imagination, 4D consciousness, tell my 3D reality what the hell it's going to do. Quit letting your 3D bully you. You guys are just accepting shit that you just don't want. Now it's okay to change your mind on your manifestation. Let's say you don't want it anymore, then you can do that because you're God. But at the end of the day, I did that. I created that. That was my creation, because you have to understand there's an infinite amount of realities that exist right now. I just stepped into the reality where I didn't have to deal with admissions. I mean, even though that guy came, I still didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to do shit. What was going on in the background was she was doing the paperwork for me. And then the other one just didn't show up. What are the odds? So I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter what's going on in the background. All that was going on in the background, I knew nothing. So when you're manifesting your specific person, they may be looking up your social media. They may be trying to find where you're at, driving past the city that you live in, asking questions about you. They might have conversations that lead to all these emotions. They're getting the feelings, they're getting the emotions. They might even watch a TV series and then, oh my goodness, they really love this TV series. Or if you're manifesting somebody that doesn't know you, a bridge of events that have to occur for this to happen, obviously. If they're already with somebody, that's gonna leave because you're the one creating this. This is your reality and you can have whatever you want. Nobody's in the way of anything. You're the one doing everything. That's how powerful you are. So you know, you can have whatever you want. And I'm having some people feel guilty for wanting shit. What is that? Like, why are we feeling guilty for wanting something and that what we're doing is wrong? Manifestation isn't wrong. You're manifesting 24/7 hours a day, so you might as well use your superpowers that you were brought and given and do what you want. Now, I always recommend not doing it for bad, and really, if you think about it, life is meaningless. We're just the ones assigning meaning to it. Whatever you know is bad, use your discernment. Obviously, I trust that you guys aren't going to do that. Now, when it comes to manifesting a third party way, I don't give a fuck. You can have whoever you want and you can do whatever you want. So this is your reality. You're the one creating everything. Just so you know, when you're manifesting your specific person, they are going to be doing things in the background. That means that whoever they're talking to, they're probably not going to talk to them as much. All of a sudden the conversation starts slowing down. All of a sudden something happens to where they can't meet up with them anymore. Like, oh, I got a dentist appointment. And then all of a sudden these excuses come up and then boom, third party gone. All of a sudden they start thinking about you and they start fantasizing about you. Everything reminds them of you. All of a sudden, they get the urge to text you and these ideas just kind of keep coming up in their mind and they don't really know what's going on. They think these are their own ideas. You're not doing anything wrong. Here's another thing about movement. We don't always understand when things pop up. So it may look like your specific person may be getting more distant, but that could actually be a good thing. We don't know everything that has to happen to bring this to you. This is where you guys mess up, and this is why you guys need to work on your self-concept. Something happens, let's say they didn't talk to you for like 8 hours, but because you have a poor self-concept, you're like, damn, they're talking to other people. But you just robotically affirm that they love you and they only want you, and now you're assigning that meaning. This is why I press you guys to work on your self-concept, because it does get in the way. It does make things really, really hard, and it makes the process longer. I understand you guys want a quick fix, don't we all? But it's fast when you guys already have a good self-concept, or you're working on your self-concept and you're just doing 10% SP. And some of you guys be lying, okay? You guys be lying to me in these comments like, oh, I don't need to work on my self-concept. And I don't want to say shut the fuck up because I love you guys, but you guys need to quit fucking lying to yourselves and just be 100% honest. I have a shitty self-concept. Okay, let's work on it so we can manifest correctly. Because the longer you keep lying to yourself, the longer the process is going to take. Let's stop lying to ourselves and do the process of self-concept work. And that's why in my academy, it's designed step by step for you guys to manifest a healthy self-concept so you can manifest your specific person easily, very easily. I keep pressing you guys to get on this academy because it's gonna be very fun, a fun process where I answer all your questions, you're getting all the help that you need, and you're feeling better about yourself. You're healing internally, getting rid of anxiety, depression. That is what self-concept work does. When you guys have actually worked on your self-concept, it's gonna be very easy for you to see movement. Okay, they didn't text you for 5 hours, probably because they're at work. It's probably because they want to talk to me at this time and make time for me. Okay, or you're not even gonna make any meaning to it at all because it doesn't matter. It's working, doesn't matter. So I know you like my video. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I offer one-on-one coaching. The Calendly link is in the bottom of my description if you would like to have coaching, and my Sexy Mindset Makeover Academy link is in the description as well. And see you for my next video.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.